caught me live. Yes, you did. All right, so we're going to be making a cardinal tonight. Hey, look at this. Isn't this adorable? Let's see, I'll put it a little closer. So this is a sign from Crafty Tessie. See, look how cute this is. She puts like her little tag on the back. Isn't that cute? I love it. So I had found this ribbon that was white with the cardinal on it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to find something that's white to match it. Well, then I found this. So, aw, thank you. So we're going to do something fun. So, I have two different color meshes. So this is just plain red. This is actually the pretty basic. It's the red foil, metallic foil. And then this I got from Hobby Lobby. It's like a mixture of fabric and Deco Mesh. And it has the little snowball effect in it. Isn't it really pretty? But I only had one. So I thought, well, shoot. we'll just do two colors. Then I have a little bit of the red splatter. This is the only bit of red I have left. So I thought, well, we might use some of this. And I have white. So this is like a mixture of Deco Mesh and tulle. It's thicker than tulle, but it is much finer weave than Deco Mesh. So you can cut it without any kind of little fraying at all. So you can get big rolls of it like this and just cut it down. So, oh, thank you. And then these are our ribbons. So we have the white cardinal. Isn't this cute? This is like a red and white with the black. This is a Sam's ribbon. Then I got the joy, because look. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? I got excited. And then this is a Sam's ribbon too. And believe it or not, today I cut my ribbons at 12 inches. Because, I don't know why, because I just feel like it's... Alright, so we'll set those over there. And I have a 15-inch work wreath. So the mesh I just pulled out on my awesome mesh roller over here and cut it at 30 inches. So that we could save time and have more time to have fun playing in ribbon. So I'm going to do ruffle, but since that red mesh is the little bit less expensive mesh, I am going to do the little bit of curl at the end just so I don't have to worry about fraying. So I'll get all my ties pulled out. There we go. It looks almost a little bit dark in here. Let me turn on my other light. Hold on. Let's get this on. There. I bet that's, oh, that's much better. That's much better. Okay. Now let's move this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing better. Alright. Now we should be good to go. Okay. So I'm going to put this on the bottom. So I have cut 10 of these, and I cut 8 of these. We're going to put this on the top. I just like that look sometimes. Aw, thank you. I like blue. You know, it's funny because I have a ridiculous amount of blue in my closet. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it out flat. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to curl the end under. I'm not going to curl it under a lot, just like a little good roll like that. And then I'm just going to do my regular ruffle. And then when I get to the end, I'll just kind of tuck it under like that. See, it's still a ruffle. I didn't really make I guess I don't really consider this a cruffle because I didn't really roll it. I'm just tucking the ends under so that I don't have any of those frays. Because sometimes with that less expensive mesh, that's what you get. And then I'll just spread it out. Oh, belly. Alright. So just kind of tuck it under. And then go right up the center, making your ruffle. And then just fold that last piece under and tuck it up there. This is the best way to deal with it when you have those. Sometimes you can't find a mesh in a color you need except for the basic. So that's how you do it. Just tuck them under. Hi. Hey Zora. Hey Tammy. Alright. Yes. Excellent. So usually if I do a cruffle, I actually curl it from both ends, but this I'm just really kind of tucking the end under. So I don't know what we'll call it. Tuck ruffle. I don't know. It doesn't really have a name. Let's see. There we go. Got it all spread out. It's really pretty, that color. I think this mesh actually came from Hobby Lobby, which I usually don't get mesh from there, but yep, it's 10 inches, 10-inch mesh cut 30 inches long. And we're just going to go all the way around. Ruffling it out against each other. Just helps it stand up. You did? Oh, I can't wait to see what you're going to make. That's exciting. Yes, that's very exciting. I can't wait to see what you make. When you make it, you have to send me a picture. Hi, Paula. Alright, so just spread it out. This really helps it to stand up and look even more ruffly. Because who doesn't like ruffles? I like ruffles. Hi, Faith. That's a beautiful name. Okay. So just tuck it under. Go right up. Tuck that in under. There we go. Just ruffle it out. So what have y'all been up to today? Have y'all had anything exciting going on today? I am too. I love red. Carson would like this. This is Carson's favorite color. Now, we were going to let the boys paint their rooms. And I said, Carson, what do you want to what color do you want your room? And he wanted red and black. And I was like, well, I don't think we could do that. I usually like 30-inch ruffles just because it covers a little more. But what I normally do is if I am making a poof wreath and I want to add ruffles, and I'll do 20 inches because I already have the big poofs on there, and to add 30 inches would be a little overwhelming. But if I'm going to do only ruffles, then I do 30 inches, just because unless I just absolutely don't have enough, then I'll do 20 inches. But you can get an entire wreath if you do 20 inches, because you know you can get 18 20-inch cuts. So you really just have to determine what look you like, I guess you would say. Like that. So I just keep spreading it out. Now this, let's see. This is missing. Let's see if it's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh joy. I think they, Alright, so we're going to add one on right here. So let's see. I actually have some left over, so I'm just going to use some, I'm just going to make my own. Alright. But sometimes when they put these together, they get a little messed up. So I just add one on and keep going. It happens. You're not going to be able to tell by the time you get everything on there. You just want to keep it in the same color family. So, there we go. There. Now, there we go. One more. Then we can go to the top. So what I do, because this one has a tendency to fray a little bit more than I want, I just take this end piece and I tuck it under like this. See, like you could fold it over. And then I just ruffle it up like this. When I get to the end, I just kind of pull a whole piece in there and tuck that piece under. So that controls your fraying. But the trick with mesh is the less you touch it, the less it frays. So once you put it on your wreath, you really don't want to come back and have to mess with it a lot more, because the more you do that, the more it's going to fray. And you want to try to stay away from basic if you can. You want at least to have, see, like this has the little tinsel through it, so it's less likely to fray than just a basic. So I did the red on the bottom. We're going to do red and white on the top. So let's get these pulled out. One of these we're probably going to either have to skip or we're going to have to add one. But let's start it and see how it looks. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one, because you see it has a little bit that's kind of coming off on the end. So we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to tuck that little piece under and just go right up. I see y'all already starting, silly girls. Okay, there we go. So see, I just tucked that end under. Isn't this pretty? I love this. Okay. There we go. So you see how different it is if you do like one color on the bottom and one color on the top? It just really gives it a totally different look. Okay. Hey Laura, Have you spent that money yet? I bet you did. I bet it was burning a hole in your pocket. I can't wait to see what you got. I love this mesh from Hobby Lobby. This is a really nice mesh. I'm going to have to go and get some more of this. And you know they already have, this was in their Christmas section, and they already have their Christmas stuff on sale. Yep, I'm going to have more of this. No, not yet. Waiting. What you waiting for? You did get your code, right? Because I had them email it to you. Laura was the winner of the $150 gift card to Trendy Tree. So that's what we're talking about. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I have to have more of this. I can see myself going to get more. Hey, you know what? It happens to everybody. And some different methods just cause that. Yes, good point. That is a good point. It's funny because I always thought Valentine's Day would not be a big seller for me, but it is. Every year it has been a big seller for me. I don't even want to tell y'all what my first one looked like. Hey, Mary. It looked pretty pathetic. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do that. So, ooh, I really like this. What do y'all think? You like this mesh? I love this mesh. I know, right? You just never know. You do? Awesome. Yes, and if you have never been on here before, you can type live in the comments to get notified when I am going live. And if you want to find out more information about my group, you can put group in the comments and it will send you a link. Because we have fun in our group. I mean, it's serious. We learn. But we also have fun. I know. I love this. I think next we're going to be decorating the mantle because my mother has asked me multiple times in the last few days to start decorating the mantle for fall. So I think we'll be doing a mantelpiece in the next few days. And I think my Tuesday guest is actually going to be on Wednesday this week. It's going to be Lori from Unique in the Creek, and she's going to be doing an angel. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I love angels, and hers are huge. They're nice and big. So, yes, awesome. Whoop. There we go. Yep, we're going to have to cut one more, so we'll just pull it out and cut it. There we go. And it looks so cute with this sign. This mesh rolls really nice. This might be one of my new favorites. Oh. Hey Shannon, how are you? I think you have to put live in the comments. I think I took the win one out. But we're about to have another giveaway in probably a week. So we are about to hit 12,000 in our Everyday Craft Dreamers group, which is our free group. And when we hit that, I'm going to give away, I'm not sure, some signs or some mesh. We had talked about maybe giving away some of this mesh, which now that I look at it, we're not using red. We're definitely not using red. It would blend in. Okay. So we got all the mesh on. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. So I made my ribbons. I actually did 12-inch today because I did not want to totally cover up the mesh. So, you know, if you do 14-inch ribbons, it's really pretty, but it does cover up your mesh. So if you don't want to cover up your mesh, just do 12-inch. I don't open my ties, I just put it down. And then on the bottom, I pull it out to the front. Like that. There. Hi Jonathan, how are you? Hey Ginger. Alright. So, thank you, Janet. So you see how when you do it 12-inch, how you can still see some of the mesh? So it doesn't come out beyond the mesh. It just kind of comes out to where the mesh is. So then you get a little bit more of a view of your mesh, especially when you have something really pretty like that. You want your ribbon to enhance it, not necessarily take over. Well, I guess it depends on what look you like. Yes. Mari can send you a link for the mesh roller. It is the bomb. Thing is amazing. Takes me a lot less time now, because I was constantly having problems with things falling off my table. So now it doesn't do that because it's all being housed in there. Yeah, I used to do every one at 12 inches, and then I got in the habit of doing 14. And that's great, and I love it. But then you kind of lose the look of the mesh. So, I really like this mesh. I don't want to just cover it right up. Hi Rita, how are you? Okay. I do tie it down 3 times after I put these in, my ties, just because even if I go back in it, it's just better than having to go back and do it later. Hey, 13 inches, great. Yeah, generally the rule of thumb is you want it 2 to 4 inches past the length of your mesh. So if you cut your mesh if you have 10-inch mesh and you cut it, then it would be 12 to 14. So if you had 6-inch mesh and you cut it, then it would be 8 to 10. Whew. something's been blooming around here lately. Well, I live in South Carolina. It seems like something's always blooming around here. See, I like this. See, you can still see the ribbon, but it's not taking over. I like that. And you never know what people will like. So you have to make sure that you do a little bit of everything. Hello, how are you? Sure. Hold on, let me get this one in and I'll show you the ribbons. Okay, so I have the white cardinal, and then the black and white. This one came from Sam's. This one came from Hobby Lobby. It was in their Christmas section. Then we have this joy that has the little beads on it. It's kind of hard to see. Little berry bush. And then this one also came from Sam's. So, it's awesome. I didn't miss any, did I? Just make sure. No. Nope. Okay, good. Alright, so now we can start on the top. So since this sign is going to take up a big chunk of the middle, what I'll do is I will pull them out to the front. So, hello, how are you? Yep, I'm placing the ribbons. I did 30-inch ruffles of red on the bottom and red and white on the top. I love to do that. Different colors. The sign is from Crafty Tessie. She has awesome sides. Okay, so I'm going to pull them out front so that I don't have to readjust them when I get the sign in. See how when I put the 12-inch, then it doesn't completely cover up the mesh, so you can still see that pretty mesh. Hey, Rose. Okay. I love this stuff. I'm so going over there tomorrow and getting more. Oh, so I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should cut it short or keep it long? And I know if my mom's on here, she's going to have an opinion. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So some of my ribbon is in 50-yard rolls, like see these? So what I do is I just kind of supplement with really cute little 10-yard rolls that I find. And I try to always use some of my 50-yard rolls just because, for one thing, it's a lot more economical. And it just makes it a lot easier. So then you kind of know what colors you already have. And you don't have to go out and buy the world. You and Jacob say long. I do use wired ribbon. If you want to try to use ribbon that's not wired, there is a couple tricks you can do. You can put spray starch on them and let them dry. That helps. I've heard people say that they use hairspray. I've never tried hairspray, but I have tried spray starch. So you can try that. So this one is a work wreath, and it had 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top. It actually had 9 on the bottom, so we had to add one. And it had 9 on the top. So it doesn't matter if it's, you know, if it's not perfect, if you get one and it's a little bit different, just go with the flow. It'll work out. We'll probably have to cut one more ribbon since we had an extra, but that'll be okay. These 50-yard rolls right here came from Sam's. I do have a few 50-yard rolls in my shop. Right now I have fall. I haven't entered any of the Christmas ones, but I do have some to put in. It's just always a good idea to have those 50-yard rolls. The ones from Sam's are very economical, and you know what you can do is you can get a one-day pass and go in there. They're like $7 for one of these. So you just can't beat it. And if you don't have one in your area, then I would ask somebody that you know that lives in an area if they can grab some for you, because they'll go fast. Oh, see, there's one vote for short. I don't know if I'll go completely short, but I definitely want something different. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we got all our ribbon in. Oh, I gotta turn my thing on. Why do I always forget that? Ooh, what do you think? Oh, I like that. Oh, let's move this down a tad. Okay. See, you can still see the mesh. I cut 36 ribbons, so I do, and I actually had an extra set. I do 2 in each, so there's 18 ties, so I did 36. And then, of course, I just keep the leftovers, because I always end up cutting too many, just happens. And I actually did a project a couple weeks ago on what you can do with your leftover ribbons, because, yeah, 50 yards for $7, right? That's like a no-brainer. Alright, so while we're waiting for Mr. Glue Gun to heat up here, we can cut a little bit of this. I like this stuff. This is the speckle mesh from AC Moore. See, it's like tulle, but it almost has like little paint splatters on it. Isn't that cool? I love this stuff. So it doesn't really matter where you cut it because it is like a thicker tulle, so it's not gonna shred in any way. So we'll just cut like here, and let's see. We'll just cut a few. So I'm just cutting like 10 inches, and then we'll toss it back there with the puppy, and then we'll cut it in half. So there we go. Now, so you can take it and curl it like that, and put it in like this, or you can make a little ruffle like that and put it in. And I think I'm actually going to put a little bit in the top because I don't want too much red up here. Okay. This thing is awesome, but it takes a minute to heat up. You don't even have to make them this long. You could just, let's see, where's this going to go? You could just put like a little splash in. you could also go at an angle and make it longer like this. See, isn't that cool? You can do that with mesh too if you've never tried it. Oh, my grandfather loved cardinals too. He sure did. We used to sit out in his backyard and watch for him. See if this thing's hot yet. We also have a couple of little cardinals. Aren't they cute? So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have the white. See, then he'll stand out a little bit more. So you could do this a couple ways. You can put it on the bottom part, or you can put it on the top part. I was really thinking that I wanted to put one kind of near the sign, like this. Yeah, see, that little white just kind of makes a perfect little backdrop. And then maybe I'll put the other one. And you don't have to put two, but I just thought it might be cute. Right up here. See? Oh, that's cute. What you think? Okay, I think it's hot now. Alright. So my dog absolutely hates it when I get the stapler out, but there's two ways you can do these signs. You can use these zip tie cable adhesive mounts, and if they have little adhesive on them, so you just pull it off. If you're going to use these, I would suggest that you use some hot glue or something on it. I like to do the corners. So usually if it's wood like this, and you put something on it, they'll stay. But you can also just take some wire and put a staple around a pipe cleaner or something. And if you're afraid it's going to go through the wood, then just put either some foam board down or a piece of cardboard or whatever you have handy. Okay, let's see. So we're actually going to do 3, and I'm going to put one right there. Thank you. The sign came from Crafty Tessie. She's the bomb. Okay. Woo! Haha, I glued myself. Alright, here we go. So, I have this silver wire. You can get this at Hobby Lobby or craft stores. See if I can get that off my hand. I like to use this because it's very hard to see. You see? You can't even hardly see it. This glue gun is, you can get it on Amazon. It's on my Amazon influencer shop. It's a Ryobi. It's really great, but it's really hot. So you have to be careful. It's kind of hot. So, I just like to cut some off, you know, about 15 or 18 inches or so. I always cut way more than I need, and that's okay. I go back and trim it. There we go. So, I will just take this. And that's the great thing about these. They have little holes in here. So you can just run it right through. You can use pipe cleaners too. I really just like to use a wire because it's a lot easier to get through the mesh than a pipe cleaner. But can be a little bit more of a challenge to get through this because it's smaller. So I just tie it on well, like that. See, she even has her little sticker here. It says handmade by Tessie. Yep, Ryobi. It's R-Y-O-B-I. Yeah, I saw my niece the other day, and when I went to Sims, they came with me, and she said, I saw you using that glue gun, and I had to go out and buy one. I think we are a gadget family. Are y'all gadget people? I am a gadget person. I can't help myself. If I see a new gadget, I think, I have to have that, even though I might not need it. What's wrong, Tammy? These little black things right here are zip tie adhesive cable mounts. You can get them either from a hardware store or you can get them on Amazon. Alright, so I just take the wire and just find a place to go in between the mesh, and I go right down and tie it onto the frame. Me too, right? I am a gadget girl. I really like any kind of gadgets. Kitchen gadgets. I even have gadgets I haven't even set up yet. It's pretty sad, isn't it? That's awesome, Debbie. Okay, so I got one on. All right. Yeah, those candy cane wreaths are lots of fun to make. That's what Carson made the other day. He's already asking me when he can come back and make another one. Yeah, those zip tie mounts are very inexpensive and they're really easy to use. Thank you, Mary. I've never seen them at Hobby Lobby. I think they're really for more like hardware. Thank you. So I'll get this last one on, then I'll show you where I tied them. So sometimes you just have to adapt things to what you're doing, right? Oh, those are awesome. I love the Cricut machines. I have a friend who is really good with those machines. Hey T, thank you. I'm having trouble getting this one around because there's a wire there. Okay. Alright, so one is tied here, right here. One is tied here, and the other one is right up here. Alright, so I always shake, make sure it's not going to fall off, and it's not. If I find that something is loose, then I just pull on it and tighten it down a little bit more. See, that top one was just a tad loose. That's why we shake it. Oh no. I would send it back and ask for another one. I think that happened one time when I got one. It wasn't the Ryobi, but it was my drill or something. Alright, so now we're going to take, so these have a little styrofoam in them. So, I don't know if I have my, we'll just use maybe a panel up here. Okay, I'm just going to stick a little hole in it. Usually I have my awl up here, but I think I had it downstairs because I was doing something. So I just make a little hole in it. Doesn't have to be huge. I don't want it to damage it. Okay. So the reason I do that is because I can put glue in that hole, and I can take that glue and I can stick it right in that tie. And these things, they glue down to these ties really well. So, let's get this little guy out here. There we go. Alright, let's get this tie up. Okay. That way it just has a little bit more to stick to, and a little bit less I have to worry about falling out. See? And you could put more of this around if you wanted to, like if you wanted to put some on the bottom. You could put some little ornaments in there. That would look real cute against the white. See? I don't want to cover up the ribbons too much. One great thing about these little ornaments like this, if you're having trouble with your ribbons staying in place, these are a handy little deal, because if you glue them in like this, it will hold your ribbons in place and they aren't going to move. I love to do that. And you get these things in every color, especially now, right now. See, that's just cute, gives it a little bit of sparkle. Let's put one on the other side. I like to try to make things pretty even. I mean, I don't believe in the law of 3 for wreaths, but it's better if you make it proportional. There we go. See, and you could get maybe some with a little black in it. I think that would look cute. So what you think? They're 30 inches on top and they are 30 inches on the bottom. Isn't that sign amazing? Aw, thank you. I love Rhonda. That's my buddy. Zora, you are too funny. Yes, I always cover the backs of my wreaths, so I get, I think I have a pink one, yeah. So you can get these at Big Lots and at the Dollar Tree. So you just take them, you just put them in the back, and you just take some little zip ties and just run your zip tie around your frame and through your little placemat. You can also use felt. You know, and what I do is if I have one that the center's showing, I just cut the center of the placemat out. Because what you want to do is cover up the mechanics, because nobody wants to see that in the back. And you know what? You might have someone, oh, thank you. You might have someone who really loves the wreath but hates the back. You also might have someone who has a glass door. These days, lots of doors are glass. Thank you, Jonathan. So what y'all think? Thank you. I think it turned out real cute. If you want to know when I'm going live again, put live in the comments. And if you're interested in learning about my group, make sure you put group in the comments. We don't have a contest today, but we probably will when I come back on. I just haven't had time to get together what I'm going to put in the next contest. But I think it's going to be signs. I have a whole bunch of signs in my shop, and I'm going to take some of those, and we're going to do a contest. Hey, Cheryl, my soul sister. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Mine too, right? Mine too. Yeah, we had, in the group, we have Zoom calls twice a week. And I'm just going to tell you, we are talkative people. We are on there for 2 hours every time. But I think it's good because then we can go over all the stuff that we need to. Plus we get to catch up with each other, and it's just fun. So, and if y'all have not joined Everyday Craft Dreamers, it is a free group that we have where you can share projects that you've made, any kind of craft, doesn't matter what. And we have a banner contest every month for bragging rights. So you get to have your picture on the banner for a whole month. It is a free group, and we have a lot of fun, and it is all about community and support in there. So make sure that you go and check that out because it is really a great place and very supportive. I do. You know what I usually do for the hanger is I usually use either a pipe cleaner or I use antique wire. I don't have any up here in my room, but I'll see if I can get it before I come back on. I have not posted the Zoom from today yet. We got off at 7, and it takes a little while for the recording to get on my computer. So after this, I will load it up. We had some good topics today. So definitely want to go back and watch that. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful craft. It's Everyday Craft Dreamers. And I'm sure Mari could put a link out here. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful night. There it is. See? That's my girl.